Mary Mueller, and this is for all those of you who are running for city council. It has been, over the last few years, mentioned about a union for the fire department. I would like to have your answer, all of you, one at a time, what your answer is in favor of a union for the fire department or not in favor for a union, and why.
So when it did come up before council, my vote was no, not to bring in and confer. I do feel that everybody is welcome to unionize, and everybody has a right to do whatever they would like. I think there is some utility in that. But as far as Sierra Vista is concerned, based on what I have listened to and read and heard and discussions, that we've had quite a bit of discussions about that as well. I feel that's not in the best interest for Sierra Vista, because we have various departments that can take care of the various issues that come up as far as HR or anything that happens. We also have an employee council that meets, and they discuss concerns that various departments have. And things from the fire department has come up that has been addressed, various concerns that maybe they have needed. But as far as meet and confer goes, I feel that there is currently open communication that's going on. People are able to speak to council members anytime they want. Any employee is welcome to speak to a council member. I'm sure that they're also able to speak to each other, to the department heads, things like that. So I feel like, I'm not sure what the perception is from the community as far as that goes, but from what I see and what I understand, I feel that if we did move forward with that, you can't really move back from that. And I feel like there's a lot of things that kind of down the line would not be in the best interest of the community. So I feel like at this time, it's not something that I'm in favor of.
I'll go next. Can we go? You want to go in order?
Yeah, she's gonna try.
I was gonna go next. Is that okay, or do you want to go in order? Okay. So I'm not sure if her answer was your question. You asked about a union.
I want to know, yes or no, would you in favor of a union?
Okay, she was speaking specifically about meet and confer, which I don't know if everybody knows about that, but there is already a union, the fire department. I mean, not the city employees, but outside of the city employees, there is a union, Professional Firefighters of Arizona, more specifically of Sierra Vista. So there's already a union for them. I don't know about the police department.
My question is, would you support a union for the fire department here in Sierra Vista? Yes or no?
Okay, I support the one that already exists, and I wanted to add on top of that, and a lot of people think the union is like, oh, they're gonna ask for more money. Well, there already is a union. They haven't been up in arms about their pay. They just want a voice in the meet and confer. But the union itself, yes, I'm in favor of it. So.
Okay, so I agree with everything that Diana's saying. The Sierra Vista firefighters, they're just called the Sierra Vista Firefighters Union, so it's already there. They were already doing that. The meet and confer is a totally different thing. With the meet and confer, what the firefighters are trying to do is get a voice at the table. And some of the stuff is just simple stuff that they can't get done through other ways of trying. I spoke to a friend of mine that works for Goodyear Fire Department recently and asked him about it. And his family actually had a trucking warehouse business in San Francisco, and they despise unions. And I asked him, you know, with you being the way you are about unions and with this meet and confer, how do you feel about it? And he said that he thinks it's an awesome thing. He said that, for instance, one time they had an engine, and this is in Goodyear, an engine that had no AC. And no one would fix it or take it offline. They made them drive it. And so they went on their meet and confer date, and you can make that quarterly, annually, biannually. You set that up however you want to work it between the two. And he said that finally they went and they explained the situation, that they're in 117-degree weather, and they're driving in this truck, and by the time they're in their full turnout gear, and by the time they get to the call, they're ready to pass out. And no one in there, they had or the city yard or anything like that wanted to help them. And they finally got the city to say, yes, take it offline. And that's the kind of things that they're looking for help with.
Hi guys, it's Faye again. Yes, I am totally in favor with the fire department. Like she was saying, that the meeting confer, they just really want a voice. They want to be heard. That's all it is. And to make them feel that they don't have one, that's not fair. And they're important, they're needed. So they want you to know what's important to them. So yes, I'm definitely aligned
When I announced my candidacy, one of the firemen approached me and he said, "Would you mind talking to me about your candidacy?" And I said, "Not at all." I said, "You want me to come to your office?" He said, "Well, no, let's meet at Lydia's coffee shop." I said, "Oh, okay." So he briefed me on meet and confer, and I listened to him and I said, "Okay, well, what problem are you trying to serve? What's the issue that you want to have addressed?" He said, "Well, we don't really have one." And so I said, "Okay, well, tell me a little bit more about it." He did. He gave me a booklet, which I have. And so if this comes up again, I would use my approach that's in another question that we didn't get to, and that's listen to what everybody is saying, do some research, try to separate the wheat from the chaff, use common sense, what seems right, and then be pragmatic about it. Oh, I don't know whether for meet and confer yet or not, because that, pardon?
Yeah. So when the meet and confer came to council, it was one of the couple of first decisions that I had to make. And I did meet with the fire union or firefighters association, and again, that was the thing. What are you trying to solve? What's the problem? And they stated that there was no problem now, but if there was a problem in the future. I don't believe that, and then that was also when I had asked, and I know other council members had asked for the employee council to be involved. And they have brought, I know that the firefighter union through the employee council has brought 7 initiatives through that. 3 have been addressed and that the city can move forward for. But there's just always, to me, the union is going to they're bypassing the job of the police chief and the city manager. That's the police chief's job, is to find out what the problem, what those issues are, and work through them. And sometimes a boss just says no, and sometimes things can't be done. I mean, it's money issues, and for me, the fire department and the police department are very important to our thing. But there's other employees that we also have to think of. It's not just that one group. So, for me, I do not support the union, but I do support our firefighters. And I have met with the union outside of several times. I know of 3 times. And I would always meet with them. And I would always try to solve the problems. And sometimes it is a communication problem. They've asked for something, but the answer was no, but they didn't get the answer in a proper manner. So I went back and asked that to be readdressed. And so that, lots of times it's just a communication issue. And I always invite any employee, any citizen to please contact us and let us try to address your concerns. So, and again, my answer would be no.